My car got 2 boots on it this morning when I woke up, and it only cost $75 to remove the 2 boots, which, based on New York prices, the last time I had a boot on my car, it was in New York, and they had to take it to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and I used to pay about maybe almost $300 to get the boot removed. So I'm grateful that it's only $75. That is very affordable. However, a slight part of me is just like, ugh. I recently bought a new car. So now I have 2 cars. Well, 2 cars technically in my name. I gave my son my other car. And because I have 2 cars and I'm the leasee for my apartment, you can't have 2 cars for one person in the same apartment in my complex. And they have a guest parking, but the guest parking is only 14 days. So when your 14 days expire, the other 14 days you're just in limbo because the guest parking expired and the sticker for the residence is on the other car. My car was subjected to get booted. Now, the funny thing is, it's been a good week before like the tow truck has come by and put any boots on any of the cars. So this morning, like, my son was laughing because he called it the surge. All the cars, like a plethora of cars, just been booted. Like, they got so many people last night. They have people who parked in the guest spot. They have cars that parked in the residence spot. They just came and they did a full sweep. It seemed like they loaded up every boot they had in their possession and rolled by our apartment complex. The inconvenience, like, I had somewhere to go, and this morning, like, I had this entire plan of somewhere to go, and now that they put the boots, like, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how my day is gonna go and whether or not I still want to do it, because I'm a firm believer when there's a deterrent, instead of getting upset, I just try to think of it, there's something that God is protecting me from. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to have faith and trust it. Like, those minor inconveniences are protection sometimes. I think back to times where I was on my way somewhere and I had a minor inconvenience, and then I still made the effort to get to wherever it was. And ultimately, that situation did not turn out to be the best situation for me. So now I trust that God protects me by sending me inconveniences, slowing me down, like just allowing me to pause my steps so that I'm protected. Recently, I've been trying to get a second job for the longest, right? I wanted to supplement my income. I have the qualifications to be an adjunct professor. I have the qualifications to be a therapist. I've been looking for per diem work at the hospital. I've been looking for adjunct professor positions. I've even been looking for work from home positions to do, like, after I get off my day job, for me to be able to do maybe 5 hours after work. No matter how many times I apply, and I have been applying a lot, I'm not getting any call back. Every position that they do call me back, they want me to be available during the day, which, of course, I'm not going to leave my current job. And I do enjoy what I do. So I don't want to leave. At least I'm not ready to leave. I'm not in the season in which I'm ready to leave. And I keep on trying to find a part-time job, and it's just not successful. And that just doesn't happen to me. I'm a person that when I want to do something, I do it. However, I want to do it because I want to supplement my income. Like, I want to have excess. Every time that something comes up where it's going to result in me spending more money, I kid you not, God provides. I can't even explain it. I cannot explain it. When I say my mother's prayers, my friends' prayers, everyone who's praying for me, it works. Because anytime I need an extra income, and I'm not talking about small change either. Here's a check because back in 2014 we overdraft your bank account and there was an error on our part. Here's $3,000. Hey, There was, you made an overpayment, here's $1,000. He works it out for me. And when he provides in a way that I'm not overwhelmed. So I'm still able to go to work. I'm still available for my children. I still can afford to provide for their livelihoods. I'm able to cover activities and fees and school fees and daycare fees and all of, like, I'm able to cover these things. Sometimes when I do my budget at the end of the month, I'm in awe because there's no other explanation other than the fact that I'm blessed. When I pray, I don't pray for material things, but recently someone pointed out to me that you should ask God for the things that you want. If it's a better job, ask him for that. If it's more money, ask him for that. If it's stability, your health, ask him for that. The individual on a whole, I have an issue asking for things. I'm a person that when I'm in someone's life, when I see there's a need, I provide. And that is the type of reciprocation that I expect, that if someone sees there's a need, to provide. So I do ask. If I need to, I can ask. I have people that I trust that when I ask them, they're not going to be walking around saying, oh, I gave Tanya this or I gave Tanya that. So I'm in a space where I do trust the individuals around me to ask. And I had to realize that. The reason why I had an issue asking people for things was because I was exposed to so many people that they'll give, but they have to tell everyone that they gave you something. I don't want you to feed me when I'm hungry if you're going to tell the whole world that I was starving. I received 7 additional trays for my Invisalign because the first 16 didn't get my teeth where it needed to be. So I received an additional scan, and I needed additional interproximal shaving because the overcrowding right here was so bad that by the time that I got to my final tray, it still needed some work because the teeth could not move anymore because the crowded itself was too much on each other. She had to shave additionally, and she shaved from here to here, and I could feel that my teeth are a little bit, like when I do that, I could feel like the air sucking, but I already see the difference. Like once she did that during the initial visit, I see the difference where this tooth is moving into the right space. So that was the remedy to why my lower teeth in the front was not moving, because this is where my problem area was, which is what motivated me to get Invisalign in the first place. Today, I took out my first tray that they gave me, and I've only had the tray in for 5 days, but I forgot it at work in my case after I ate lunch. So I'm going to switch to tray 2 because I felt like tray 1 was loose anyway. Hopefully it doesn't hurt too bad. I didn't want to go like overnight without having a tray in my mouth. Like that's too many hours. And tomorrow I may not go into the office because I have a site visit that I'm going to conduct. So I'm not even going to risk it. Oh yeah, that was a little bit tighter, but it's not too bad. See, that's the thing, like they still feel loose. During the last set, I felt like there was like more pressure on my teeth. But these, I would say like when I put these on, they put the attachments on this tooth right here and these 2 teeth to close the gap right here. So I could feel moderate pressure. And I could feel a bit of pressure right down here as well. I could feel like this tooth needs to shift over a little. I feel pressure on that one, and this one is just kind of shifting into place to align with this one, because my problem teeth are right here. But It's not so bad. Sometimes, like when you switch to your first tray, it hurts a lot, but I could just feel slight pressure. They only gave me 7, and 7 trays. You switch every 10 days, so that's two months and 2 weeks that she expects my treatment to be done. And I think my treatment plan initially was only for 8 months, and I want to say it's been 6 months because I got these when my son took off his braces, so it hasn't been that long. And these actually fit better. My first set, there used to be gaps and it wasn't aligned, and I did let her know that, but she told me not to worry about it. I guess once when I was seeing the gaps and they weren't sitting flush, she probably at that time needed to shave it, and maybe if she would have shaved it, I would have been a little bit more on track, but it's not a big deal. I'm still happy with my results. A lot of the overcrowding has realigned itself. And when I speak and when I'm on camera, especially for work, I'm not self-conscious, because you know when you're looking at yourself in the viewer and you can see your mouth, you can see your face. Since I've been in my current position, I've had to watch myself a lot on camera. So one of the things that I noticed that was distracting me was my teeth, so I fixed it. Lately, I've been having the same dream for the past couple of nights, and even during the day I've had like the intrusive thoughts, like when I have a daydream about the same exact dream. So in my dream, I'm going to a club and I'm looking for my friends. My friends are somewhere in the back, like in the seats, sitting down somewhere. And I'm coming into the club and I'm trying to find my friends, and because I'm short, I can't see them. It's crowded and I can't see over the crowd. I'm on the phone, I'm trying to talk to them, but I can't hear them. They're texting me, but even though they're telling me, oh, we're in the back, because it's an open space, I'm not sure which back that they're referring to, because I can't tell if it's to the left or the right, and they're not giving me sufficient directions. So to my left, in the bar area, there's a man, a tall man. I can't see his skin color, I can't see his face, I just know that there's a man. And in the dream, I'm attracted to this man. I asked the man to pick me up so that I can scan over the crowd, because he's taller than me, so I can find my friends. He does so. And while he does that, we're flirting with each other. And he's attracted to me, I'm attracted to him, and it's a lot of me smiling and he's smiling at me, and it's just a feel-good feeling. So I googled what it means to dream a man in your dream, right? So it says, what does it mean when dreaming of a man? 1, good things are coming. If you dream about a man, it shows that positive things are happening or will happen in your life. In such dreams, you'll see yourself with an older man, a rich one, or a handsome man. Even if you meet an old man in waking life, there's always that sense that something nice is coming. So when you dream about an older man, be ready, because you might attain your goals soon. When you meet a rich man in your dreams, it also shows you are very close to your happiness and confidence. In that case, keep pushing on for many things in your waking life. Meeting a handsome man in dreams means you should expect something as good looking as the man. You should be ready for these changes and not surprised when they come to you. This meaning will come if you see a fat man in your dreams. Be ready for the joyful times that are coming to your life. Remember, you'll enjoy these good times with your friends and family. It doesn't matter if your current waking life isn't good, so be ready to enjoy more. Then it says, if you see an ugly man, negative vibes are coming. But if you see a man scaring you, your relationships will hurt you. It says, if you dream about a man, it can also mean that you need to attend to something important, so it will come like a warning to your life. Well, here, you see yourself flirting with the man in your dreams. As you flirt, the man will make direct eye contact with you. These acts show some important issues that you keep ignoring every time. But now the time has come and you should ensure you attend to them. Also, it's not that you've ignored the matters. The dream can come to keep reminding you of a role you should keep attending to, even if you're doing it. That one, I was like, I was like, yeah, I'm probably being distracted by something. You know how when you're really focused in your life and you have a goal, that's usually when the perfect person seems to appear, and you're like, oh my God, like why does the perfect person always seem to appear at the worst time? One of those. It's not, there's no such thing as the worst time for the perfect person. If somebody comes into your life and you feel like you wish that they would come another time, it just means you need to focus on what you're doing and you need to leave them alone. Seeing a man in your dream might mean that you should sit down and make the right plans for your life again. The message comes as a warning to you. Here you'll meet a familiar man in your dream. Yes, some plans might seem to be working out well, but it's now time to sit back and think about things that occupy your present life. This symbol applies more to women. Here you'll dream that you are a man, and that means it's time for a new turn. It says meeting a man in your dreams will mean that you are jealous, but here you meet a tall man. Yes, it might seem weird. Remember, it will be deep if the tall man seems to cause problems. Also, it can mean that someone close to you isn't happy with your progress in life, but that shouldn't scare you. Ensure you keep doing the right things that make you grow in life. And then it also says, seeing a man in your dream shows that you are wise. Also, the people around are full of wisdom. Mostly, you'll see an older man in your dreams. And then it says, like, seeing a man means you also have a strong personality. And it says you're about to fall in love if you see a man in your dreams. It doesn't matter if you have ever met the man you've seen in your dreams or not, but the time for you to fall in love has come. So as a woman, you can dream of a man you know there's a high chance he'll be your partner. This meaning will also come if you see a man swimming in your dreams. It shows you're about to have deep feelings for someone you love. When you dream of a man, it can also mean that you are comfortable with what you do and you also love it. It might be your work, what you study in school, or the person you love. Basically, seeing a man, for a woman who dreams about seeing a man, is a sense of security and a sense of assertiveness and a sense of, I guess it depends in the context of what you see the man, because it says if you see if a man is being mean to you in your dreams, that means it's time for you to replan your life. Things may not be working out well. But there's one that if you see a man scaring you, that means your relationship with her will hurt you or is hurting you. And then it says, if you see a man in your dreams, like an ugly man or a man you're scared of, that means negative vibes are coming to you. But for me, I think I want to believe it's the first one, that good things are coming to me. Like, I didn't see the man. The man wasn't older. He was handsome. So good things are coming to me. And I feel safe, which I do. And love may be coming. I don't know about that one. But I'm not like closed off from love, but I haven't really been looking for love either. It's not something that I've been intentionally doing, but I'm at the point in my life where I wouldn't mind companionship. However, I don't want it to take me away from what I have going on. I don't want a distraction. I don't want to be anybody else's distraction. I want someone who has their own life, their own routine, their own plan, and they're just fulfilling their purpose in life. They're happy with themselves, they're content with themselves, and somebody to just hang out with. Sometimes you don't want to do everything with your girlfriends, and there's times where it's just certain things you want to, like, you want to share a laugh, you want to share a joke, you want to go on a trip. It's certain places. I had a friend who just came back from a trip, and she was saying, she was like, it would be a nice trip to experience with a partner, and there's just certain things you want to go with your man. I've been to destinations, the same destination, one with my friends and one with my man, and there was 2 different trips. So sometimes, yeah, like, I think about it, I think I'm ready at that point, but some days I'm like, I'm too busy. Like, I have work, I have school, I have kids, I have me. I'm like, where would I fit another person? And I don't want to feel responsible for someone else. And when you're in a relationship, you're responsible somewhat for your partner's feelings, because if your partner is having a bad day, if your partner needs advice, if your partner wants a listening ear, you're the default person. You don't get to be selfish as you would when you're single and you only need to worry about yourself and your responsibilities. You kind of have to be a little considerate, not a little, but you have to be considerate when you decide to enter someone's life regarding like their feelings, respecting their boundaries, catering to their needs. And I wholeheartedly believe that when you step into someone's life, if you're not going to add any value, then you shouldn't be there at all. I'm on my way to Fort Pierce this morning. I have to be careful how I hold my phone, because if I don't hold it the right way, when it's time for me to edit, it will be in portrait mode, and I don't like that. Ooh, 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 come on. It's 2 hours away from where I reside. I'm going to be doing a couple of meetings, and then I'm going to try to come back down before the traffic. It takes 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back. So I'm just preparing for my trip. I made some warm Lipton's tea. My mother always told me, even if you haven't had breakfast, make sure you put something warm in your belly. So I have my tea. I stopped at Walgreens to get some Lopaz's. I can't say it. Lopazazam. You know the medication when you travel so you don't get sickness? That one. So I'm going to get started. Hopefully I can get some montage shots. I'm trying to get better at vlogging. Like, I know aesthetically what is it that I like to see, but I'm not sure when to capture it in the moment, because I'm very absent-minded when it comes to certain things. Like, I know the result that I want, but the process, while I'm in the process, after the fact, I'm usually like, I should have got that. Fort Pierce reminds me of Jamaica, Queens, where it's like the hood but houses. Well, one thing I do like about up here, it's very peaceful. Like, anytime I come up here, doesn't seem to be too much going on. You do see a lot of pedestrians, which leads me to believe that it's not the most affluent area. And you can always tell when a community has funding into it, right? The street signs on the road will be a little bit more brighter. The landscaping will be more kept. And I think I could have turned. Oh, I do think I can turn in there. All right, I'm in the right spot. You know, I could have just parked on the street.
Head northwest toward Avenue B.
And I could have parked on the
feet,
street.
Turn right onto Avenue B.
And then I could have parked on the street and then just walked through the parking lot. All right, it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna drive the 2 hours back. Hopefully I can get home by 4. Let's turn the air on. It's a little hot. Enjoy my lunch. Had a good meeting, and it's important just to have like downtime with your team and just discuss everything, discuss their concerns in a format. and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a better leader. I've been listening to Simon Sinek and trying to implement some of those strategies that I've learned into just connecting with people, especially when you're connecting with people over different age ranges. You know, you have to appeal to the heart in each other people. So talk to
Head
you
south toward Avenue
later.
B.
I came here for work and I ran into one of my new neighbors, and he goes, "Your toes are nice." And I was like, "Thank you," with a question mark. Because I don't know. I thought it was weird. You know, usually somebody says, "Hi, how are you?" Go, "Hello." He looked at me, goes, "Hello." I said, "Hello." He said, "Your toes are nice." I don't know, but all I get, the compliments get weirder. You see? They start noticing things that you're not even paying attention to. Like, they go, "Oh, nice bag, your nice glasses," or "I like your walk." I had a man tell me once, he liked how I chew. I don't know what's going on. I guess I can like something about someone. Like, I can like the way that they put something together, because I am attracted to like men who build things. I am attracted to good drivers. Like, if you know how to handle a car, that's very attractive to me. But I don't think I've ever like complimented someone on it. But I do notice that since I'm older and now that I'm engaging with older men, because I'm not obviously not a little girl, so they feel comfortable talking to me. The things that they notice are things that like I don't pay attention to, like things like saying like, "Oh, I like your skin," or "I like your nails," or "I like that color." There's this thing I saw on TikTok where they were talking about men being attracted to like red nail polish or getting their nails done in red, and coincidentally, my toes are red. I do notice older men do love red nail polish. I guess it reminds them of being adults, or like it's a sexy color. But nevertheless, I just thought that was a funny compliment. Like, "I like your toes." Didn't even ask me what I